Welcome to day 4 of working on this old Accord. In this video, we're going to replace the power mirror. The one we have is shattered. Look, now you can see the camera I'm using. You can see my cameraman. Okay, we're going to replace both of the broken door handles. We're going to put a new lock in the glove box. The glove box is in good shape, but it's permanently locked. So we're going to get that lock out of there so we can actually open it and find out what treasures are hiding inside. So here's the broken handle. You have to like do this to open it. That's gonna be pretty straightforward. Here's the broken mirror. That's gonna be pretty straightforward. And we'll have to get a little creative when we get into the glove box. So let's start with easy win, which is this mirror. Use plastic, not metal screwdrivers to pop this guy off. There we go. And I see 3 screws. We've brought out our best guesses, which was screwdrivers and sockets. The great news is I can see that this plug looks like the one that's on our replacement. I'm holding the, here, I'm unplugging it. There you go, pull it off. Boom. How easy was that? 3 screws. Now, we matched as best we could, but it doesn't quite match, but at least it's not like red or something. And most importantly, it is not shattered. So now we have the fresh mirror installed and it functions with the power windows, the power mirror. So that is awesome. Check 1 off the list. So the mirror, clearly from a junkyard OEM, this is brand new and color matching. And it looks like it's a simple, we're gonna just take this screw out and toss it in there. We pop, careful with this plastic. Okay, we have a harness. Oh.
No, we need that.
We need that. Don't throw that on the ground, you need this. So we have to transfer this little adapter and switch over. Now that's pointing down. So it goes like that. You could put that upside down because there's conveniently little screw receptacles on the wrong side. Then you'd have a hard time plugging this in. And your switch would work backwards. It would still work, but it'd be kind of weird. So this opens up. We need this little metal pole to go down in there. And then that little hook goes around it. Why are you recording me? No one wants to see me. Boom, like that. And then you line these. So I'm going to push it to the right. A really annoying thing about these aftermarket ones is that these were all too fat. If you compare them to the OEM ones were very thin. And now I've shaved these down with a Dremel because they were too fat to actually fit in these. So that's just one of the fun things about aftermarket parts. All right, so here's it's both missing screws, but it still won't open because this. Now we can see that's locked, this is unlocked. That's what we want to happen. So our clever plan is to drill that and see if that releases it. Now, I'm obviously no locksmith or master thief because this isn't going well. I'm at the point in this project where we pulled out an endoscope camera that we're sticking behind the lock to look at that bar that's still in our way. We're just trying stuff now. We're trying to get to that. We're trying to get to this pin. We're just recklessly disassembling things at this point. Like that. Anyone who had any skill or knowledge about locks would have got this open a long time ago, but I'm not that guy. This stupid thing. Oh my gosh. All that. Hey, look. It's the missing piece. So I won't say that's how you do this, but if you just completely destroy it, you will eventually get it out. And then this goes here. Look at that. And of course, this one we don't have keys for. Okay, let's find some. Let's find some screws. This doesn't match because we found this at a junkyard, but hey, now we have a functional glove box. Tune in next week. We will be working on the front suspension.